Hello, this is World Class Leaderboard Golf for the Sega Genesis. Oh, let's just reboot and you can see it for yourself. We are, look at that spinning globe. I'm running this not in the regular TV 4:3 aspect ratio. This is in actual 1:1 pixel aspect ratio, which means the pixels are square, which is not how it would have looked on a TV at the time back in the early 90s. But if you look at that spinning golf ball globe, it's perfectly round here, whereas on a 4:3 TV it would have been too narrow. So this is one of the things we can fix. Running it as I am in an emulator. This is the Mednafen emulator in Windows. Just a lot of the times on these games, the artists who were working on computer monitors with square pixels just drew stuff square on their screen and didn't bother with the fact that it would not be showing up at that aspect ratio on consumers' home televisions. You know, why do fractions? That's hard. Let's just draw stuff on our computer monitors. So I come to this game having played the Commodore 64 version of World Class Leaderboard for the Commodore 64. That's redundant, isn't it? As a kid, and I was just thinking about it somewhat recently, and as the subject of old golf games came up, and there was just something kind of magical about the way that game sort of slowly drew in the course, the 3D course, sort of like a storybook springing to life before your eyes. Unfortunately, I don't have a feasible way really of running that Commodore 64 version, or of obtaining it, I suppose I should say. Because I don't want to get an old floppy disk. I mean, the Commodore 64 floppy disks were notoriously error-prone back in the day. So anyway, I got this Genesis version, which has some good points to it, I would say. And I think it was still ported by Access Software themselves. What are our options, though? Okay, as in, I was going to say later games in this series, this team went on to do the Lynx series of golf games? Is that how that worked? Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting everything now. Let's see. World Class Leaderboard Golf. Yes, Access Software, and they, yes, did the Lynx series. Okay, very good. I didn't completely forget. So as in the Lynx series, there's 3 difficulty levels. There are slightly different names in this game than in Lynx, but it's also the difference in the Lynx games I've found is that at least in the early games that are on GOG, is that I don't want to play as anything except pro level in the Lynx games, because in the Lynx games, if you pick amateur or novice, you actually don't hit the ball as far. Like an amateur doesn't hit the ball as far as a pro. But in this game, that doesn't happen. What happens, I mean, there's other factors too. In this game, you don't have that problem with the lower difficulty levels. It's kind of like in Lynx, they didn't want you to play the lower difficulty. I don't know, it's weird. So, I like these computer player names: Mr. Chip, Microman, Ed, Logic, McMemory. Is it amateur or novice that's the weaker? Okay, I gotta go look at my manual. I actually scanned the manual and put it on archive.org because there wasn't a 600 DPI scan of it. So I think somewhere in here it talks about it's not called the difficulty level of the players. What is it called? Oh, come on. I know it's in here somewhere. Key selection, player instructions. Top view, select your club, adjust your aim. What about the ranks of the players? Driving tips, putting. Nope. Okay, it's gotta be here. I must have overlooked it. What? Foursomes? No. Options, practice, options, number of players, players' names. Control method, skill level. There are 3 skills to choose from: novice, amateur, and pro. The selection influences the extent to which the wind, hook, or slice affects a shot, and also the speed of the power snap indicator. Use the D button. D button? Oh, directional button. To highlight the option and change with button A. Well, this doesn't tell me which is the lowest level one, but from the sound of this, it's novice. Because it puts it in, it lists them in order of novice, amateur, and pro. That's actually less helpful than I had hoped. What about game facts? World Class Leaderboard. Genesis guides. There's a guide. A FAQ. Oh, that's the only FAQ is for the Sega Master System. Q&A? No. Dang. There's people who posted on the combined, mostly on the C64 board. Guides. Okay, what does this guide for Sega Master System say? Let's look up Novice. I can type. Nope. Okay, amateur and novice don't even appear in the guide for SMS. Shoot. Okay, let's just Google World Class Leaderboard Golf. What did it call it? It called it the skill level. Skill level. No. Okay, Sega Retro. Wait. Oh yeah, they have a lower. Oh no, they have. I was gonna say they have a lower quality scan of the manual. No, they have my manual because I sent it to them as well. What does Retro Games CZ have? Oh, they've got a manual for the IBM version. Let's see what this one says. It's a totally different printing. It's got some fancy the Genesis manual, of course, is black and white. The US manual. I wonder if this is like a European manual. Okay, where does it talk about ability level? Here it calls it ability level kit. Oh, that's right. They call it different things in different versions of World Class Leaderboard. So in the IBM version, at least in this whatever region this is from, doesn't say. The ability levels, as it calls them, have different names. It's kids, amateur, and professional. So I guess they renamed kids to novice. But other manuals, maybe for links, do say like of the lowest difficulty level. I remember this now. Some of them say this level is for kids. Wait, did I put something in my notes? Hopefully I took some notes on this. Novice. Okay, yeah. Well, in this, I was referring to a scan of... Oh, no, wait. Oh, this is the link to the C64 manual that I put in here. Oh, which has the same look as the DOS manual. Well, it does list ability levels, so I missed that. But on the next page, it says... it says what the skill levels actually do, so, let's see. Not quite the next page. Putting on kids and amateur levels. Use the cursor as before to aim the shot. The ball. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's for putting. Oh, dang it. Well, my notes, so this must be in there somewhere, say, on Novice, your caddy auto-selects the club for you. On professional level, the wind affects your shot, but that's only on professional, apparently. I think also in the later games, you don't do as many clicks to take a shot. Like, you don't have to do the aim click or something in links, maybe on the lowest difficulty level. Or wait, is that on putting in this? No, that's right, on putting it's a totally different thing. Well, I'm not getting very far here, but I think Novice is the lowest difficulty level, so let's just do that. Wait. Maybe my notes make me wanna, they seem to confirm that it's Novice that I should pick. Novice also doesn't do hooking or slicing like higher difficulty levels do, I think. Also, the swing meter moves faster on higher difficulty levels, which makes it harder to do, to do an accurate swing. Okay, so we're gonna do Novice, was it? I already forgot. Yeah, okay, Novice. So, don't pick that one, pick this one, I guess. Wait, no, don't pick this one at all, okay. I forget what stable for it is. What does the manual say about stable forward? I feel like I'm not pronouncing that right even. Medal. The winner is decided by the lowest number of shots taken to complete the course. If there is just one player you play against the course, so shoot for a score below par. Stable forward. Under this scoring method, you're awarded points for your score compared to the par for the hole. If you get 3 under par, that's an albatross rank, and you get 5 points. But that's just for the hole. The winner is oh yeah, that's right. It's not an albatross rank, it's an albatross. The winner is the player with the most points at the end of the game. Tournament, you compete in a field of 48 golfers for position on the leaderboard. And then there's multiplayer. For 2 more players, there's also Matchplay or foursomes. And then some other stuff that this gets complicated. We don't have to worry about that though, because it's just me, so I guess we'll just do medal. I'm medal, baby. So the first course is St. Andrews, which is the famous Scottish course that's, I don't know, is it supposed to be like the birthplace of golf? Or that's what I think of it as. It's probably wrong. I don't know why I think of it that way. Something must have entered my head at some point. Probably wrong. Anyway, let's do it. We're gonna do the big time. Give me the back tees. I have to hit it farther, right? I think that's how that works. Let's look at the manual again. Good thing I scanned this manual, huh? Option, player name, control method, skill level, competition selection. Whoops. Leaderboard, seen it. Tee selection, front tees, standard setting nearest the pin. Competition tees adds greater difficulty. Tournament tees for the pros, the furthest from the pin. Okay, I'm playing as a novice, but we're doing tournament tees, I guess. Practice. I think you can like practice individual holes if you want. Should we check out the driving range? Okay. So notice the wind isn't very high. I think this is also on novice. Maybe I just kicked up a bit. So the swing procedure is a little different here than a lot of other golf games. I think it is kind of like they kept in links, but anyway, you don't click the button at first. You click and hold for your power meter, and you release when the meter's at the spot you want it to be, so that line, and then you click again for the accuracy meter as it comes down. And that was not highly accurate, but for me that was relatively accurate. You can push up and down on the D-pad to select your club. I kind of like how in the graphic they show you the angle of the club. That's kind of nice, of the club head or whatever, club face, I don't know. Because that, of course, is the most relevant part of picking a club. And then, so you swing with the A button for the Genesis. The B and C button actually activate different types of shots. So if I push B, it puts chip in the little, club indicator icon. Chip is a higher shot. Higher angle shot that like drops straight down, so you can use that for like dropping the ball right down on the hole. And both this and the other shot, so if I push C, it's a punch shot, and that's a low trajectory shot that I guess is good for going under trees and maybe if it's windy or something. I don't know. I forget. What does the manual say about chip and punch? Sounds like I'm talking about two weird dudes. Chip selected with button B. The ball is hit with a high trajectory and fairly short distance. Punch selected with button C. The ball has a low trajectory and fairly short distance. Both shots may only be performed with a 5-iron or above, or a pitching or sandwich. So basically the shorter range clubs. And somewhere else it recommends... Maybe that's in the back of the manual, hints and tips. Near the hole, yeah, it says, learn to use punch and chip when you are a short distance away from the green. And I think part of that is because it's actually harder to control power shots near the green. And actually, that's just a sort of gamey thing that a lot of golf games struggled with because of how their swing meters mostly all work. So actually this might be a good time to compare. So let's put it on 5-iron, which is the longest club that'll work for punch and chip, supposedly. Although what if I try a longer club with like chip? What'll it do? It just keeps blowing. Is that 122 yards if I turn chip off? It went a little farther, so I think you can use chip and punch on longer. Wait, that said 209 yards? Yeah, that was not good clicking. Okay, let's speed that up and try again. Get good power on that one. What was that, 122 yards? Wow. Oh, God. I can't even aim. Okay, what do we get on this? 126 yards. Okay, so it is working. Oh, bad accuracy. But yeah, chip is having an effect, so I think the manual's a little misleading. I mean, it still does operate on longer clubs. I mean, let's test it on a 6-iron. So 6-iron normal shot. The wind's against me pretty good, but what do we get here? 190, 161 with chip. Oh, perfect. Wow. Chip, it's a lot shorter. $101. Of course, you can overhit on power. Anyway, let's try a punch shot. Not quite as much power on my swing. 112. I'm curious about, let's go to a normal swing. So if I overpower it, oops, okay, that's just not. Oh my gosh, well, maybe it's harder to click accuracy when you overpower it. Oh man, I'm pretty sure it is. Oh God. Jeez. So maybe if you were really good, you could get away with overpowering your... Oh my gosh. I like my little guy's pose. Oh! Well, that wasn't too bad. Relatively. Slow bouncer. Did that go 203 yards? Did it count that? Gosh. So wait, can you just hold the button down? Oh no, it didn't do. Ah! Oh my gosh, I can't function. I'm horrible at this. Okay, that's as good as we're gonna do. What do we get here? 189 yards, whereas if I go, I was trying to go the normal distance. Duh. 185 yards. Okay. That's not too overdriven. So it did come up shorter, so you can actually hit it farther, but then it's super hard to aim. Okay. The other thing you can do in an actual match is to ask your caddy, and I think, yeah, you don't have a caddy on the higher difficulties, I think. But if you do have a caddy, maybe you can ask them what to recommend a club, because otherwise it's manual, except unless you're on the green, in which case you automatically, I think, get the putter if you have a caddy. So there's no music, I don't think, as you're actually playing, which is kind of a bummer, but that's probably how it was on the C64. The C64 didn't have this fancy isometric map, but notice how it's just a flat, bare course. There's no trees. But if you look at photos of St. Andrews' actual golf course, there's trees on the course. There's, I don't know. Anyway, this just kind of feels weird. The C64 version did not have the overhead view map on the right-hand side. Of course, that sort of became a staple of golf games. I don't know if that was because of this series, but on later hardware. But anyway, the early ones on C64 didn't have that. So it's telling me 408 yards to the hole. I forget how that score thing works. Anyway, I guess I'm going to use my highest club here, which is 1 wood. We got a 10 mile per hour wind right across the course, so I guess I better try aiming a little to the left to counteract that. I don't think you can, well, you do a hook shot if you want by essentially misaiming on the swing meter. But I shouldn't have to worry about hook or slice, so I wonder if maybe I can't hook it or slice it. Well, no, I can't, because on the, oh yeah, there was the putting green I didn't try. Let's go try the putting green. Okay, wow, that's creepy. Just a dark sea of green beyond the putting green. We're in putting limbo. The funny thing about this is, and I think it worked this way on the C64 version, maybe it didn't. That stick on the left is just a slope indicator. I'm not sure if the markings on the stick indicate something, but the black shadow shows you which way the green is sloping. So I think I'm putting uphill, and it's going to roll in addition to having to go uphill because you can't see any kind of hill indicator in the crude 3D graphics. It's also going to roll. It's sloping down to the left a little bit. So now I think it's on pro difficulty. I think you get the slope indicator, but you don't get a power indicator. You just have to kind of hold the button blindly and sort of know how much power you get for what duration of holding you're doing on the button. I think that's how pro level putting works, which is crazy. Anyway, I don't know, how about that? It's 18 feet, so that's not very far. I think a maximum power putt might be like 80 feet. So we maybe want to go just under 2 hashes. Wait, no. Well, let's go just under 2 hashes and see how that works out. Oh, but it was uphill, I forgot. I almost got it in anyway. That was like, wait a second. Oh, it's just going to give me random putts. Yeah. I wanted to put that one in. So anyway, now we've got somewhat of a downhill and steeply to the right. 15 feet, so I don't need as much power. That was too much power, probably. Oh! Oh man, it just bounced off. Okay, big slope to the left, slight downhill. Shouldn't have to aim that far. It's just a 9-foot putt. Oh, too hard. Yeah. 21 inches. Oh, straight. But slightly back towards me, 28 feet. Let's do like this much. Oh, my aim was off though. Dang it, I can't hit on a 1 putt. Big slope that way, 28 feet. Arg. Have I mentioned this game seems really hard? 27 feet steeply to the left. Not that steep, it turns out. Oh, wow, I totally overshot that. Holy cow. Okay, uphill, a little to the left. Ugh. Yeah, I did it. 24-foot putt in the hole. Okay. Finally. Okay, back to St. Andrews. Why did I say it that way? That was strange. Yeah, one thing about the C64 version, the trees were this gorgeous golden hue, like you're golfing in this amazing autumnal parkland, but of course on this course there's no trees, so that's you wouldn't get much of that anyway, even if there were trees. But the trees in this game are mostly just green, I think, in this Genesis version. Okay, big wind to the left, so I'm aiming to the right. One wood. There's no slope indicator of any note. Okay, so we just hit it. That was not great, but it's curving back to the left, so we're good. Well, that worked out pretty well. 294-yard drive. Wow. Tee shot. I mean, I say this as someone who's never actually hit a real tee shot in real life, I suppose. I have no idea how far I could hit it. Probably like 20 meters or feet. Wait, meters? Meters. That's a long way. Yeah, I could probably hit it like 20 feet and it would end backwards, and I'd probably put my own eye out too. Okay. So now we're only 114 yards. Oh, yards, not meters, yards. And it gave me a 9-iron, so I guess my caddy is just giving me clubs now. So that's handy. I guess that's because I'm on Novice. But you can also ask them, and they'll tell you. I think that's for pro, or maybe for amateur as well. It might not automatically give you the club on those levels, but it would recommend one, and it also shows you the maximum shot distance chart, which is handy, I guess. Try a 9-iron. What else have we got here? Well, speech is on. Not sure what that would do here. Would that just switch this to the CPU playing it out? Oh. Bong, 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 bong. Well, that's nice. Okay. Okay, again, big wind. 9-iron. Like, maybe I would want to up an iron because, well, the wind is going away from me, so I guess it'll carry it, so maybe I don't need to move an iron up. Alright, let's try something like this, I guess. That was pretty good on the power. Uh-oh. No, it's not going to go. Okay. Uh-oh. No, it still went too far because of the wind. The wind turned to driving full away from me. Oh, and I missed the... Oh, cripes. So I forgot in this game, I don't think that happens so much in other golf games, but in this game, if you just sit and wait, the wind actually can shift significantly. So it went from just a little away from me to full away from me there, and carried, and I wasn't paying attention, so it carried the shot farther than I thought it was gonna, because I didn't keep my eye on the wind indicator shifting like that. Okay, so now it's full against me because I'm facing the other way. Now this is where you would want to use a chip or a punch, I guess. Strong wind, so I guess I'll do punch. It automatically, my caddy gave me my sand wedge. I guess we could try to counteract the wind a little, but it shouldn't matter too much for this. I'm only 16 yards away. Actually, this is a case where I need to know the distance on the sand wedge is 60 yards. So that's the maximum power is 60 yards. So if it's only 16 yards, I want to go quarter power. That's not accounting for wind. Then again, also the punch shot is shorter range, so Maybe I need to go more like a third power at least, but we'll just do a third power. Oh no, except, oh yeah, and you still have to, oh well. Even total miss-hit accuracy didn't go too bad. Well, that's nice. Oh, well, that's probably at least partly because I'm on amateur, and the hooking and slicing it isn't really a thing. Okay, 9-foot putt. You wouldn't think this should be too hard. Pretty significant slope to the left, though I'm not exactly sure how much to adjust the aim. I don't know, slightly downhill. Shouldn't need too much power. Yeah! The crowd loves it. That landscape in the background was interesting. See, but I get depressed with this no trees thing. Like, it's just so bare looking. Like, why? I don't know if I really want to play this course. I don't know if maybe later holes in this course have trees, but this early ones at least, there's trees on the horizon. But there's no trees around the course. It's just kind of creepy. Well, I'm not really doing a playthrough now anyway. This is just kind of introducing myself to the game. So let's, God, the wind really kicks up even on Novice. Let's go ahead and look at another course, and I also want to look at how bad the slicing is. Well, actually, maybe I should look at the slicing on this course since the trees won't get in the way. Because on another course, I'm sure I would put it into the trees on pro difficulty. Okay. Let's take my pro player. So that T in the middle, I don't know if that's showing that everybody's on controller number 1 or something. Oh yeah, it looks... Well, that's like person 1 and person 2? Oh, that's so you could do like 2-player teams. That was one of the other, like, yeah, that's for like team play and stuff. Okay, right. Oh, and then you can just change this. Oh, okay. So what I should probably just be doing is... Whoa! Oh, I can change the name too? Oh. How do I backspace? There we go, button B. Well, golly jeepers. I didn't know I could edit. Oh, this is kind of clunky. There's like a real resistance just to moving the cursor on this weird keyboard, virtual keyboard thing. It's me! Okay, we don't need you. I'm going to be a pro and just see how badly I can miss-hit things on pro. Gauntlet, Doral, and Cypress Creek. What does it say about... Are these all real courses? I see, I don't... This is how little golf knowledge I have. So the manual says Doral Country Club, this Florida course built in 1962, is nicknamed the Blue Monster because it is spread across almost as much water as grass. Each year, the Doral Ryder Open is held there. Is that the Ryder Cup? Anyway, St. Andrews, this royal and ancient club, was founded in 1754, and golf may have been played at St. Andrews as early as 1552. One of its most unique features is its double greens that are so huge that a player can face a length of putt undreamt of on other courses. Champions Cypress Creek. This Texas course was designed in 1957 to the world's largest and finest. Many of the major PGA golf tournaments have been played here, including the US Open and the Ryder Cup Championships. That's Cypress Creek. Gauntlet Country Club, designed to be the ultimate world-class golf challenge. Few courses combine such a searching trial of skill and courage as the Gauntlet. So this, I think, is a fictitious course. The drive down each fairway is harrowing, while the traps and water hazards are numerous and perilous. That's probably a fictitious course they made up to challenge you for this game. So anyway, let's go back to St. Andrews. Let's see how much tougher, how much worse my shots fly on Pro. This will be worth a laugh, I think. So the wind can still get gusty. But right now it's away from me, so I should take the shot now. The meter moves a lot faster. I hit it pretty well by my standards. Didn't go that far. I guess I underhit slightly. But for me, that was pretty darn good. But yeah, the swing meter moves so much faster. Now that ball did not look square or round. It looked oval, but I'm on 4-3, it would have been even narrower. So what the heck? Wow, I don't know. Okay, so 138 yards. Notice how it kept me on one wood. So I didn't have a, what do you call the little assistant who comes along with you and hands you clubs normally? I've already, oh my gosh, I didn't have a caddy hand me a club. Can I ask them for advice though? Try a full 8-1. So I think by full it means full power meter. And wait, so on the chart, 8 iron, 8-1. 8 iron is 145 yards. Well, okay, so that adds up. Although the wind's full against me, so is the caddy looking at, or the wind is full with me, so is the caddy looking at that? Because I think I should probably go 9 iron and not full 9 iron even. I don't think my caddy's paying attention to the wind. Uh-oh, the wind's shifting to the right now, though. Well, heck. Let's just go for this anyway. 9 iron. Oh, wait, I wasn't going to go full, but then the wind changed, so now I think I'm underhitting it anyway. Notice how... Oh, yeah, plop. Oh. Well, yeah, okay, it put me there, but it added a shot on the... Yikes. Okay, so this is where you would use like a chip or a punch. Let's try punch with that much wind. 9 iron. Let's do soft sand wedge. Yeah. That ain't it. 25 yards. Sandwich. Max is 60, but I'm doing a punch. So shouldn't have to adjust aim that much on a punch, I wouldn't think. I don't know, maybe go to the first marking. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that moved fast. Wow. Oh yeah, it does say in the manual, when in doubt, do a longer club with a less power, because for one thing, that the shot meter will move slower. So I guess that shows some of that when you don't do that. Okay, so here, since I'm on Pro, I think it won't show me my power meter, like how long I'm holding. So let's see, 16 feet, I would go for like, I guess maybe the second marker, although it is uphill, so maybe slightly past that, but I don't think it's going to show me. So I'm going to press. It did show me. So what am I confusing that for? And I missed anyway. Yeah, that landscape's kind of wacky looking. I think I'm on pro. I think I picked the pro player. Well, I don't know. 7 feet. Oh, yay. But my approach was not so great. Or my second drive, or I don't know what you call it. Wind pretty strongly against. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the meter moves really fast. Should I just go for the whole thing? What does my caddy think? Full 2-iron. Well, I'm in the rough, presumably. And it's not accounting for that. My caddy's completely, like, I think my caddy's just talking to me over the phone or something, and I didn't tell them where I was, or they ignored it. We're just gonna have to gun it full power and hope for the best. I don't know. So scores, am I 2 over course par? Is that what it's showing? Course par. Oh, you know, when I said 1-1 par pixel aspect ratio, that's confusing considering that we're also talking about a golf game in which par is, I don't think that's an acronym in golf, is it? No, it's not. But it's a totally different thing than pixel aspect ratio, that's for sure. Anyway, let's wind full against me again. Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's what happens when you overdrive the power meter. So yeah, this is partly why I don't play on pro. Yeah, the golf ball would be so distorted on 4.3. What the heck? It's still distorted on 1.1. Pixel aspect ratio. Man, the wind. Okay. I don't think you would want to do a chip or a punch from 92 yards out. Medium. Wow, really? I keep forgetting what PW is. What kind of wedge is PW? What is this? Come on, it said it. I guess it said it under... What did it say it under for like 2? Oh, that was skill. Somewhere it was talking about the PW, and I think it said what the name of it was. I should just Google this. Oh, that was for a punch shot or a chip shot. He was saying that. Handling the cartridge. This manual says, do not bend it, crush it, or submerge it in liquids. That's good advice, I guess. Okay, where does it talk about a pitching wedge? Why is it called a pitching wedge? I'm gonna Google this. Golf pitching wedge. What am I pitching? Pitching wedge is a versatile golf club. That's AI overview. No, I want to know what the term means. Don't send me to shopping links. Okay. Pitching wedge Wikipedia. All right, I should have gone there first. The wedge used to hit a shot with a higher and shorter trajectory than a 9-iron and a lower and longer trajectory than a gap wedge. Well, we don't even get gap wedges. And the gap wedge is the one between a pitching wedge and a sand wedge. Sand wedge. Okay, pitching wedge. Though technically a wedge, pitching wedges are generally treated as if they were numbered irons. Oh, this is for a number of reasons. First, before the term wedge became common for high loft short irons, the pitching wedge was actually numbered as a 10-iron of a matched set. And to this day, it follows the normal loft progression of the numbered irons. Also, even though it has been named a wedge, many matched iron sets for retail sale include the pitching wedge, even when not including other wedges. Finally, the loft of modern irons has been reduced compared to older designs. This is both to compensate for cavity back iron designs. I don't even want to know what that I could click on that, but I don't want to know. That launch the ball higher for a given loft and to increase the distance carried by each club for the average golfer's club head speed. As a result, the loft of the pitching wedge decreased along with the numbered irons from a traditional loft of 48 to 54 degrees to between 45 and 50 degrees, similar to that of the older 8-iron. Many pitching wedges have a loft close to 50 degrees. I want to know where the term came from. Usually Wikipedia would be good about the etymology. Let's Google pitching wedge etymology. The AI overview. It's not. Okay, Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster. Oh, that's just for wedge. Dang. Thanks, Google AI. Trying not to. Well, it's also linking to Wikipedia, but Wikipedia didn't cover it. Wait, Wikipedia has a wedge page. Pitching. Pitching wedge. Okay, this is on the wedge page, not on the pitching wedge page, but it says it's descended from the niblick, an obsolete blade style club with a high loft. The standardization of the loft angles led to a split of in the niblick's normal range of lofts to create the 9-iron and a new club lofted, blah blah. Some manufacturers, such as McGregor, 1930s, kept with the numbering system and labeled this club as a 10-iron, while other makers seeking to capitalize on the usefulness of this club in the short game named the club the pitching wedge to associate with a relatively new sand wedge and its similar utility for close-in shots. So is that like kind of a baseball reference for like a short toss? The term pitching wedge is now used by virtually all manufacturers and players to describe this club. Well, it's still not really getting into the etymology. Not definitively. Well, I could resort to reading the Google AI overview. What does Reddit have to say? Okay, that didn't really go into it. Okay, what does Golf Teaching Pro have to say? United States GTF, Golf Teaching Professionals. It doesn't cover it either. Well, Google is not telling me where they stole their quote-unquote AI overview text from. Anyway, they say pitch verb rooted in the Middle English pitchin, meaning to throw, fix, or place. It entered the golf terminology in the early 20th century to describe a high lofted shot aimed at, quote, pitching, parentheses, landing, the ball softly onto the green. Okay. Well, that's all I got on that. So medium pitching wedge shot, but again, they're not really looking at all the factors here, are they? 92 yards. Wind to the side. I'm in the rough, though. So you can see the angle continue to change according to how this goes. Well, actually, no, look. Yeah, the angle is the same between the 9-iron and the pitching wedge. Yet this gives you vastly different range for the 9-iron and pitching wedge. So I don't know, whatever. Let's go full power, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't even control it. So yeah, that's the problem with, well, that's part of the problem with approach. Well, no, not really. That's just a problem with accuracy. But you could, in theory, so I'm still 49 yards off thanks to that horrible hit, and just shanking it. You could go with a longer, not that long, like a longer club. So this would be like 165-yard match in a shorter swing. So I could do like quarter power. And this should be a slower meter in theory. Oh, no, it wasn't. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is anyway why I'm not playing pro, because I am not a pro. Even at computer golf. Not even close. It's funny, it starts you down on done, so it's like the... so... Novice, not amateur. Well, and see, the order is wrong. That way. Maybe I have it wrong. Because clicking through this, it goes novice, amateur, novice, pro. Well, let's try it on amateur. Maybe that is the lowest one. Maybe I've been wrong all along. The manual isn't clear. And I don't suppose we can necessarily go by just one of the terms being renamed from the C64 version, because that had what? That had kids, amateur, and pro. So from that, I think I was just assuming that kids became novice. But what if kids was just removed and amateur was added, or I don't know, whatever. So anyway, oops, so let's try amateur. Oh my gosh, look at that wind. Well, it's a lot slower, the swing meter, so that's good. Wait a second, on whatever the lowest difficulty is, the wind shouldn't matter. Wait, but my caddy didn't switch my club, so this might not be the lowest one, actually. But I think the wind mattered on novice. It seemed to. Maybe that was just all in my head. Let's aim straight and see if the wind matters here. So the caddy's saying a full 5-iron, which is exactly what the shot chart says. But again, they're not taking wind into account. Maybe the wind doesn't... Oh, maybe the wind doesn't factor... yeah. Is it that the wind doesn't factor in on anything but pro, but the hook and slice factors in on whatever the middle one is? The manual is not at all straightforward on telling you this. But what does it say? It says... It says things about the skill level in 2 different spots. Skill level. There are 3 skills to choose from: novice, amateur, and pro. See, that makes it sound like novice is the easiest one. But that's not the order that it toggles through them on the options screen, so that's weird. The selection influences the extent to which the wind, hook, or slice affects the shot, and also the speed of the power snap indicator. Use the D button to... So that's all that says there. But I know that there's a difference, but there's incremental differences between them that are important, and it should tell you, but it's not. Maybe the power meter thing is in links and not in leaderboard for pro, where you can't see your power. Maybe that was a links thing. I'm all discombobulated now. I'm discombobulated on my combobulation. Sheesh. Oh, the first column on the scores thing indicates the skill level, so A is amateur. And again, in this thing showing what the letters there stand for, which is obvious from the name of the skill level, it lists them in order of novice, amateur, professional. And then there's various other things that can show up there. What else? I think on the, maybe that was the other manuals, but on the other manuals when it was showing, well, the other manuals had a distance chart in the manual for the clubs. This one doesn't, and in those, it said something about the caddy. I don't think this manual is not the most informative thing in the world. I don't think this one says anything about the caddy. Except maybe that on that one screen you can ask for advice on the menu, on the pause menu. Oh yeah, you can select your club. You can consult your caddy by pressing the start button to bring up the top menu, highlighting caddy advice. But what about... It doesn't say that on such and such difficulty level the caddy will automatically give you the recommended club, but that does happen on amateur or on novice. Oh, this manual, why did I scan it? This is a really disorganized and uninformative manual. Well, it's not that disorganized, but it's just disorganized enough to be confusing. It's so vague on the skill level, that's kind of important. I want to go back to the C64 manual. So what does the C64 manual say? This is on archive.org as well, not scanned by me. Okay, so C64 one says, for kids, this level has been designed so that younger children 8 plus, or no, 4 to 8 can play the game. When a shot is taken on this level, so I think this corresponds to novice, that was my theory, it will not hook or slice or be affected by the wind. Kids level should not be considered a beginning level, as most of the elements of skill have been eliminated, or should not be considered the beginning level. No, it's level for chumps like me. Amateur, this can be considered the beginning level. The ball, when hit at this level, will not be affected by the wind, but will hook or slice. See, I would have thought that would have been opposite. I would have thought that wind would affect you on the middle skill level, but maybe not hook or slice. But those are still such big things. So anyway, on amateur for the C64 version, anyway, it says no wind, but you do get hook or slice. And then for professional, no restrictions on wind or hook or slice. Also, putting is much more difficult. And what does it say about the putting exactly? Putting. Well, what does my manual say about the putting? I don't think it does say anything about the putting, does it? Putting instructions, top view, adjust your aim, putting. Okay. My manual says once on the putting green, you're automatically given a putter and the club selection is disabled. The power snap indicator shows the power of the putt. The shaded area is lead-in area to help judge short putts. I don't know what that means really. The power of your putt is indicated after this shaded area. I guess that means so you would know like how many pixels of dithering to go for. The slope indicator shows the green's steepness. The vertical line's gray and white height. Oh, reflects the steepness of the slope. So that stick, the gray and white marking on the stick reflects the steepness of the slope. Well, is that reflected in the black line too? The black line points from the base of the first line in the downhill direction. I don't know. Use this line to determine the direction of the green slope. So the black line is just direction, and you have to look at the gray and white on the stick to see the steepness. Is that it? But it doesn't tell you anything about actually putting and how it's different on Pro. Oh no, this menu is a disaster. Wait. Well, there's another bit on putting for under hints and tips. Always check the break of the green. Don't swing too hard. A steep grade of the green you may find yourself. Well, that might explain why that one rolled way farther than I thought it would, but yeah, here it doesn't say anything about the effect of the skill level setting on putting, whereas the C64, what does this say? C64 manual section on putting says putting on kids or amateur levels. Use the cursor as before to aim the shot. The ball will start out in this direction. The ball may break left or right depending on the slope of the green. To determine the amount and direction of break, you must learn to read the slope indicator, which appears on the green to the left of the golfer. Estimate the power needed by noting the distance to the hole. Press the button and hold it until the power level is sufficient to reach the hole, and then release it. The golfer will putt automatically. Refer to the power indicator on the next page. Oh, actually, their power indicator is different. In the C64 version. But anyway, putting on professional level. Putting is the same as on amateur with one exception. The power indicator will only visibly reflect an accurate reading between 1 and 8 feet. Oh, maybe that's why I was high on a 1 to 8 foot putt. At 8 feet, the indicator will stop. Now it is up to the golfer to estimate mentally how long he should hold the button down in order to hit the putt hard enough for the ball to reach the hole. It's so weird. But I don't know, does that happen here? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to play on Pro for other reasons. But that would be tough as well. But a mark shows on the indicator showing how much power the golfer actually used after they released the button. Well, that would be okay. So I'm on amateur, so I think so. Wind should still not affect this, but I can hook or slice. 180 yards. That would be, if we're not worried about wind, that would be a 5 iron. Oops, wrong button. Wow, that went off though. Was that just because of my accuracy thing, or was that wind? "47-foot putt." That doesn't really look 47 feet, does it? So the gray and white marks on the stick, I mean, what is... Am I supposed to read some kind of slope indication on that? I mean, I guess it makes sense the black line is only direction. Wait, but is that... So it's sloping down towards me a little to the left. But I can't really... I'm not sure how steep it is. I don't know. Oh, pretty steep, apparently. Wow. Well, I don't think the marker on the... Oh, well, it wouldn't move because I'm still facing it from the same direction. Yeah, that didn't go far at all. Bonk. It still didn't go very far. Okay, so I'm still very... 30-mile-per-hour winds. Why are you golfing in 30-mile-per-hour winds? You shouldn't be out of doors in 30-mile-per-hour winds. This is insane. But in theory, according to the manual, or... Wait, was that the C64 manual? Because my manual doesn't even bother saying. Or does it? My manual just says... No, it just says influences the extent to which wind, hook, or shot. So maybe it's not as cut and dried as the C64 version. Maybe it's more of a gradual difference. That would sort of make more sense. But if wind wasn't a factor here, then I would just do what the caddy... Well, it's one would anyway, but you would expect the shot to go... 275 yards at full power, but you would think 30-mile-per-hour wind would have something to say about that. I only got 222 yards. I did underhit it slightly, but did I underhit it 50 yards slightly? I don't know. 3 wood. I forgot I had so many woods. 255 yards. So if there was no wind, that would be approximately correct. I totally misswung that. It's not really veering off to the side so much, though, so maybe there isn't wind affecting amateur. Let's do a... I can't do a chip shot. Oh, because I'm on a 3 wood. But see, I can do one. So this just doesn't let me do it on... I think the manual is just wrong. That was this US manual for the Genesis, right? Yeah, it says my manual says both shots, both chip and punch, can only be performed with a 5-iron or above, or a pitching or sand wedge. But here I am on like a 3-iron, which is not above a 5-iron, and it lets me do pitch or sand, or punch. Anyway, if there is no wind affecting me as an amateur, then I could do a chip shot with a high trajectory to try to drop it straight down on the pin. 31 yards. Well, I wouldn't want to use a 3 iron, probably. So anyway, but it's not going to be half power. It's going to need a little more than that because it is a high trajectory, so a little over half. Oh, that moved too far, and then I forgot I had to do that. Well, but yeah, it actually went into the wind, so granted, I shanked it hard, so maybe I shanked it into the wind. Oh, it's so hard to tell anything. So again, I don't think that the gray markings on the stick don't seem to move anywhere, really. They're always about there, aren't they? I don't know. 25 feet downhill, I think. It still wasn't hard enough. Oh, wait. Oh. Cool. I thought I mishit it. Still can't tell. Maybe I could tell on the driving range if skill affects the driving range skill setting. 28 miles per hour. Let's try to go for it. Shanked it. But, yeah, see, it didn't do any. It only went 225 yards, which is under, well under. I mean, that's 50 yards under, so that's like the wind was affecting it, though. Ah. I wish the manual didn't suck at telling you what this does. Let's try the driving range. But am I still, like, does ranking still matter here? Does this set skill level matter? There's no wind, so that's not helpful anyway. Let's try bad accuracy. Well, that certainly mattered. So you only actually pick the level here, which only, the other settings only apply to actually playing in a competition, not to the course, so I don't think the level matters for the driving range. Oops, I'm still on amateur. Oops. Well, I'll just randomly hit buttons. That's good. Wow, that went a long way for no power on the meter. Okay, if there was, well, there's no wind anyway. Gosh dang it. It's completely it's either 0 wind or 30 mile per hour wind. And I can't tell the difference anyhow. But in theory, actually now, because the wind was always against me, wasn't it? But I am in the rough, so that's gonna... I can't tell how much the rough affected that. Did it just bounce over the water? I missed the thing telling me how far that went, but it did go nearly 270 yards, so I think the wind is affecting it. Wait a second, that said something about... Alright, well, here's a wind against me, not 30 miles per hour, but... And I get the power shot way off. 252 yards, though. So it says, it's not telling me much. Well, it does tell you the dampness of the green, and that affects something too. Like what? So fairways, wet fairways, damp fairways, normal fairways, hard fairways. As with putting greens, damp conditions reduce the bounce of the ball and slow the run of the ball. Okay. Okay, so there's side wind here, so if I don't shank it, I shanked it. I can't hit anything right. I can't hit with enough consistency to tell if the wind is doing anything or if you can, well, you can sure shank it, it seems like, on this difficulty level, but that's what the C64 version says. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm pretty sure, God, I'm bad at this. Oh wow, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure Novice has got to be the actual easiest setting, because that one at least does hand me a club. Anyway, let's do draw. Wait, what was the one that was the blue monster, whatever the heck it was? That was draw. I don't want a lot of water, because I'll just hit the ball into the water if you give me water. So let's do Cypress. Well, that looks nice, and it's got trees. I mean, I guess trees are going to make it harder. For one thing, you can't even see all the way to the hole, so maybe I shouldn't be playing with trees really, but it feels weird when there's no trees. But yeah, probably, anyway. So that's pretty strong wind. If I can hit it straight. Well, see, in here you've got like a bend, and you can't tell how far it is to the bend. Like Caddy says to just whack it. Yeah, it's definitely a slower meter, but why did that shank so hard then? Was that wind? It shanked super hard. Oh no. Can I make it over this? My caddy gave me a 5 wood, whatever. Oh, I hit the last chunk of trees. Well, this is going to be rough. Can I do a punch shot and just get it onto the green somehow? I forgot I was going to do that. That was a disaster. I keep forgetting it's going to do... Wow. This seems like it's harder to... I'm terrible at this. Not enough power, really, except it's downhill. Yeah, I don't think the gray markers mean anything on the stick itself. Nothing I can read, anyway. Oh, that was awful. That was too hard. Sheesh. Yeah, basically this game is like, it's the hardest golf game I've ever played, I think, by a lot. 20-mile-per-hour wind, pretty much right from the side. So you would think I could tell if I can just hit it mostly straight if the wind is actually affecting it. Nope, I didn't hit it straight, but it went straight. So I think that means there is wind, because only the wind could have kept it from getting well, but also on this, like actually on this level, it's not supposed to matter on the slicing or hooking or whatever. You're not supposed to be able to do that, but I think you can. I mean, that's according to the C64 manual, so I think this version this came out after the C64 version. So I think it just operates differently anyway. The wind's straight against me. 2-iron would normally go 220. I didn't notice how far that said it went. Gosh dang it. I keep forgetting where to look, and it doesn't show it for very long. I keep forgetting there's an act, so you can definitely shank the heck out of it. Like, watch. Well, that didn't shank anything unless I was totally working against the wind. I'm so confused. I'm so confused about how, like, every time I think I'm going to be able to tell if it's going to be affected by wind, I don't feel like I can tell because I goofed up the meter. I'm so bad at this. Here, I'm not sure I could tell because I have to aim to the side anyway. And I didn't hit it very straight, but it still went pretty straight by the direction I aimed. So again, I think I must be shanking it. Well, okay, let's actually try totally shanking this. I gotta stop saying shanking. No, it went straight. Well, I don't know what anything does. Jeepers. $220 yards, like in theory, I would just go straight for the... Yeah. But my medium 5 would. Is that because of the wind? And like, I'm not sure how you can really aim. No, it's not going to give me it's not going to let me adjust in the between. So can I like aim on a straight line between, well, that went a bit off. God, I just can't tell anything. I'm so inaccurate. Why? Why? Why can't I do approach shots at all? Why? What am I doing? I'm so bad at this. What am I even doing? I'm not even paying attention. Arg, stop, ball. Please stop. I was only 4 feet away, but you can't tell with this weird... Okay, don't my game. 15 feet now. Sloping hard to the left, maybe. Oh yeah, that was pretty hard slope. 23 inches. I can't miss, or can I? I didn't miss. Okay. What horrors will I unleash upon myself now? 17-mile-per-hour winds. But what if I let the aimer go all the way full again? No, that totally shanked, I think. But the tree kept it on the course. So the wind was the other way. So I think if it goes past the bottom indicator on the aim thing, it's going to bend it to the right. And if I go under that, it's going to bend it to the left. So in theory, if I wanted to work against the wind, I would click early on the second click. Running against the wind. Is my caddy telling me to shoot over these trees? I can never tell if I can make it over trees. Anyway, let's try going that way. Oh yeah, that does work. Okay, so you can counteract the wind by clicking early or late on the aim thing. That doesn't necessarily give you a horrible shankage if you're calculating the wind counteraction. Interesting. Oh, wow, what a shot. Thanks, caddy. I mean, you gave me the right club. So I think novice must be the easiest one because it doesn't give you the club on amateur. 17 feet. Let's just pretend. I mean, that marking, the gray marking on the stick never changes. So let's just pretend the shadow tells me the slope and the direction. Because otherwise I just don't know how to read slope on the stick. Oh, but I didn't account for slope against me, so that was completely ignorant shot. 3 feet, how could I miss unless I overhit? Oh, good. Okay, wow, straight shot. So straight shot, more or less. I bet the wind, will affect it. But let's find out. I mean, look at this crazy course. Look at that overhead map. It's just this arrow shot. Well, so that was wind. That must have been wind, really. Let's try again. Yeah, that's wind. So wind is affecting it. So the C64 simple scheme of just wind not even being a factor on 2 difficulty levels and hook and slice not being a factor on the lowest difficulty level, that isn't a thing, I don't think. Because I'm obviously hooking and slicing, and wind does seem to be affecting it, so I think it's just in these later versions on other machines, it's just less affected than on Pro. So I should go under power. Still got the aim pretty bad, but it goes really fast. Like, oh, well, I guess that's because I'm using a short wedge. Oh, oh, dang. So next time, maybe I'll try a longer club with less power on my approach shot, because these short, even when you're doing a chip shot, the swing indicator and power meter and stuff just moves really fast. Okay, so I want to aim on the meter short. I want to click early to counteract the wind here, I think. I didn't click short enough. Or did I? Well, that didn't counter it. Maybe there just wasn't as much wind as I thought. I think this is going to hit the tree no matter what. Oh, that actually kind of worked out. Holy cow, if that gets on the green, no, didn't quite. Okay, so to test my theory that I was saying, I don't want to use a sand wedge here because that just gets really hard to control the meter. Let's do I don't know, how about a 6-iron? Would normally go up to 165 yards, so I have to click pretty short, which might be a little too hard. Wait, it moved me back. This probably isn't going to work right. Wow, the wind totally shifted in the meantime. No, yeah, that was too excessively long. Holy cow. Well, don't do that nonsense. Okay, the hook worked okay, but the power was a bit off. It's interesting because you don't seem to have to adjust power to compensate for wind velocity acting on your ball like you do in other simulations, in later simulations. Like that doesn't seem to affect distance so much unless it's directly or more directly into your ball. But other games I've played, if there is a wind even blowing across the ball, it'll really knock off the maximum distance you're gonna hit it. Am I actually putting here? I'm putting. It looks like I'm on the rough, but I'm putting and I can't not putt. Oh well. It's only 42 feet. Is this just a tiny green? Am I just confused? I mean, I am confused. Do I have to hit it harder because I'm in the rough? Why would I putt from the rough, though? I guess I have to pretend I'm not in the rough. And it's directly sloping away, so I would go under a little bit. Ooh, but it curved a lot more than it would have looked like from the shadow. What the heck is up with those trees, man? What are those trees doing? Oh, that didn't... Oh, because the slope was way against me. Dang it. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have kept the aim on and just used hook or slice to affect the... Well, the wind just totally swung around, so what do I know? I went short because the wind was totally pushing my way, but no, not enough. Maybe not at all. Who knows? I wish I had an informative manual. $43 yards. I don't know. I'm in the rough. The wind is full, blowing my direction now. I just held the button down without thinking about it, so that wasn't great. Sheesh. Those chip shots really veer anyway, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I shouldn't try messing with chip shots because the whole thing is just a different set of rules. It's only 10 feet, but look at this big sideways slope, maybe, but it's, I don't know. Putts do seem to be This game is just mind-boggling. It's boggling my mind anyway. I'm definitely overthinking it, but there's so little that I understand about it. Let's try hooking to counteract the wind, or slicing. I don't know. One's one way and one's the other way, but I don't ever know which way is which. So that always looks like it's going clean off the screen, but then it's not really veering that much, but it was a bit much. So I'm in the rough. The wind is still crazy. The wind is super crazy. That went pretty good. I might even be on the green, except a long green shot. Although it's only 31 feet, so the distances are so weird in this. There's man, this game is nuts. I think this game is just going to mess with my mind. Like, to learn this game, you just have to learn such specific weirdness. I wonder if the C64 is like that. Like, wait, I don't think, look this up. Look on Moby Games. World Class Leaderboard Golf. Credits. So the C64 version was the original. That was, wait, that was, that was 1987. The Genesis version is 92, so that's 5 years later. Oh, and it wasn't handled by Access Software. The Genesis port was by Tiertex. That's where I heard that name from. Tiertex is a UK company, whereas Access Software was in the US. And Access Software, so the C64 version was by two brothers. Or no, wait. I guess they weren't brothers, were they? I'm so confused. Bruce Carver and Chris Jones. Well, that's who founded it. Okay, let's look at the credits. I'm getting all confused again. Yeah, two brothers who created the C64 version, Bruce Carver and Roger Carver. But obviously this version wasn't handled by them. It was handled by Tiered Text, which would be completely different people. And Moby Games doesn't know their credits anyway. I really wish I could get the C64 version. There's like, I think there's, there was a cartridge. Oh, I have notes on the C64 version separately. So there was a cartridge version of the C64 version made by an Australian distributor. But that was not for World Class Leaderboard. That was for the original Leaderboard Golf. So that wouldn't really be what I would want anyway. Because if there was a cartridge version, I could in theory get a cartridge adapter for my cart reader for C64 carts and dump it. But I think the closest I could get would be this who knows how high quality version of the original Leaderboard game, which is a bit different than World Class Leaderboard, which was, I think, like the third revision of the game or something. And this is a port to the genesis of that 5 years later. Where they added in the fancy 3D overhead view thing, and I don't know, man. But yeah, I don't remember the C64 version being quite this insane, but of course I wasn't really paying much attention as a kid, so I have no accurate memory of the actual mechanics and how hard it was. I was awful at it, I'm sure. Not enough velocity on that baby. Yeah. Oh wow, the crowd really loved that one. Hey, you stunk less than usual. Look at this wind. What the heck? But see, I can't really hook this around those trees to counteract the wind, so what am I going to do here? Oh, the wind is now straight ahead. Let's hit it while the hitting's good. That wasn't too bad, but it doesn't look like I made it around the bend. No, I sure didn't. Can I hit it over these trees, though? My caddy seems to think I can, but maybe the caddy can't tell that much anyway. I'm not quite on the fairway. It doesn't look like. Is that grass on the under the 4-iron indicator? Is that showing that I'm on or off the fairway? I'm not sure. We got some wind slightly against me, so I would click a little late if I was just going to counteract with the aim meter. I guess we can try that. That was a lot late, but it's a lot of wind, so maybe it'll work out. I hit the last tree and I dropped in the rough anyway. Okay, not too bad. Maybe maybe I'll try a punch so I avoid this crazy wind a little. I forgot about the accuracy thing again. Oh, did I make it onto the... Yes, I guess. 31 feet and I'm not on the green. Slope looks directly against me. But I think I was actually on the green. Still came up short. Only 2 feet short though, so by my standards that was great. So like it's definitely harder with the trees because almost all of the holes have this huge bend forcing you through or over or around the trees, and that becomes a whole thing. Wind totally against me. I got the aim wrong. It didn't get in the bunker though, so that's something. Ooh, short on power. At least I shanked it into the wind. Shanking into the wind, but came up short of the green. Wow, punches don't go far at all. Shoot. Punch this. But you can't shank a punch very much. That's a plus for me. I'm a big shanker otherwise. Oh, I missed a 6-foot putt. Agonizing. Oh boy. That's a big old lake, but I could just shoot over the whole shooting match. I didn't mean to swing that late. This is going to drop short. Eep. It didn't. Wow. Just made it. Score. That was probably my best approach shot ever. Look at this slope, though. I mean, that looks bad. It's only 16 feet. Not enough power. Too much power. Bad putting. I could have got a birdie there if I'd putt better. This is a bit of a situation. Side aiming is so bizarre in this. I aim too much to the side. Eesh. Oh, that went poorly. Oh, at least I'm not behind the tree. 319 yards still, though. Shoot. Get over. Uh-oh. Ooh. Well, I haven't been in a bunker yet. Usually I'm all over bunkers in other golf games. So I'm on the pitching wedge, though. 87 yards. Pitching wedge usually goes 100 yards max, but from sand, it's not going to go that far. But I don't think I can really... I don't think I can really use an iron to get out of a bunker, can I? I could try. I don't think that would work too well, though. I don't think there's a thing with, like, spin in this, like, you know, that wasn't mentioned in any of the manuals, hitting low contact on the ball or whatever, or high for top spin. I don't think this game has that at all. I guess I should just blast it. I don't know. Wait, what does it say for the tips? The worse the lie, the faster the downswing on the power snap indicator will be, and the more chance to, of course, slice your shot. Generally, it's best to choose a longer club and underhit when the lie is poor. Well, being in a bunker is a poor lie, right? So does that mean I should try a longer club? I don't know. Let's try this. Let's try 7-iron. Well, that was a big old shank right into the wind. I mean, with the wind, so that's going off. But yeah, so I guess you should. So you can use a longer club to get out of the sand. Oh, nice bush. Don't take that out of context. Punch it through the bush. Why do I always get to aim so well? I guess it's because you're on a short club and the meter just goes so fast. Oh, yeah. Good putt, at least. I think I'm up past my bedtime. I'm scared to look. This game is so psycho, it just makes me keep fighting. Holy cow, I overhit and the meter went crazy. Biff. Oh no. Well, maybe I can hook it around this, but the wind is against me, so that's not going to work too great. Whatever. No, couldn't hook it enough. Now I'm behind some other trees. Oh, but it's only a tiny bush, so now the wind is still against me. I'm hooking against the wind still. Why? Why? Oh, God, the wind in this game is psycho. Now it's the other way. Okay. Well, I hooked it around the bush. Oh! Ooh! That was pretty awesome. 5 feet from the hole, but look at the slope. Oh no, I'm going to miss a 5-foot putt. I hit it a little hard and it skipped over. I wanted to compensate for the slope, but it was too hard. Too hard to swing, I mean. That was too hard too. What am I even doing? 23 inches. Disaster putting. I liked hooking it around that bush though. It sounded weird. Okay. Okay, not too bad. The bouncing action on the overhead view is pretty wild too. 186 yards, it gave me a 4-iron. Oh, short on power, dang. Sorry, caddy, you gave me the right club and I didn't get enough power. Punch it. I suck at punching it. God, it goes nowhere. Oh, I'm so bad at punching it. I never remember how short it is. You know, I haven't really seen any putts longer than like 40 some feet, so maybe full power is more like 50 feet or something. But there's some kind of gradient. Oh, that was close. Okay, oh. 16th hole. I might as well just finish this darn thing like it's psycho and stay up all night as it is. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. Famous last words. Wind is against me though, so now it's shifting, not so much against me. Oh heck, I'm gonna club up. 219. Yeah, let's go 5 wood. That's the way. Didn't mean to do quite that much over aim, but it worked out mostly. Look at that baby. I love it. Like when you actually get a shot that somehow gets close to where you wanted it to go, it's like so satisfying, even though I feel like it was total luck. But like this whole game is just, I feel like I'm just kind of relying at least 60% on just vibe. Like I'll just let it go this much. I don't know. 16 feet because it's so wild. Like, I don't know. What does that shadow mean? What does this stippling on the power meter mean? Oh, way short. Okay. Because of the slope towards me, I guess. It's only 6 feet. How badly can I screw it up? Ooh! The crowd liked it. Hey, I got par on that, I think. Wait, why? I thought that it looked like it was showing 2 more holes. Am I? I don't know. I think I'm reading that wrong. Okay. Didn't hook quite as much as I wanted, but not too bad. Why are there these vertical or these slices across the fairway? Am I still on the fairway here or not? Like, what's up with this? Do they actually do this at the Cypress whatever course? Is this real? How fake is it? Not enough. Not enough hook or slice to counteract that wind. 33 feet is that slope away from me, I think. Now this aim doesn't look like it's right over the hole. Looks like I'm aiming to the left of the hole, but why would it do that? Let's just pretend it's straight and watch it not be straight. Well, it kind of was. Oh! So the aim indicator is it off? Is it just originating from a spot that's farther away from my body than I thought it was? I can't tell anything in this game. Everything is nebulous and weird. Okay, the wind is not too much to the side, except now it was, now it isn't. Now it's not at all. Now it's swinging the other way. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Okay, I got it. Oh, dang it. Oh, come on. Well, I almost got away with that. Now I have to hook it around the end trees. And of course the wind is the wrong way. I could probably get it over those, well, could I though? I'm going to club up because I'm in the rough. Wait, is that clubbing up or is that? That's the way. Wait, what did he want me on? 3 iron, let's go 2 iron. Oh, that didn't hook back at all. Oops. Well, I am... Okay, so the ball thing shows the lie. So I am in the sand. So the club head does not show the lie at all. I mean, from that it looks like I'm in a marsh or something. Let's punch it. Why not? This never goes anywhere anyway. It could have been worse. 19 feet though, that's not great. Probably not enough power, even though the slope's away from me. Well, it was enough power because the slope went nuts. Yeah, that stuff on the mark, the gray mark on the pole never goes anywhere. Okay. Okay. Oh, slope was too far against me. Sigh. Is that bad music? Is that the bad ending? 25 over? I mean, you know. Oh, okay. Well, this game is insane. That was on the easiest difficulty, and I could not tell what was going on. It's kind of neat how you can hook against the psycho wind. I mean, the hooking and slicing is insane. Even on the lowest skill setting, which I guess minimizes the amount of... I can't talk over that music. Oh, demo. I didn't know it would do a demo. Look at that shot. That is... Oh, okay. I feel better because he bounced off the green. Wow, that was straight slope to the right, and he really angled it. Oh no, the sound. Oh, stop sounding on me. I mean, I probably should play on St. Andrews without trees for starters, because the trees really complicate matters. But yeah, like... So... I think what I've learned is that it is not like the C64 manual has it, where wind and hook and slice are not a factor on the lowest difficulty level, which of course even has a different name on the C64 version. It's Kids. In this version, they do seem to still be a factor, but just less of a factor, so you can't shank it as much, basically. But there's still a factor, definitely. And you don't want to overhit it, because then the meter gets super hard to aim with. And punch shots can work on everything except a wood, which is not what the manual says, but they go really short. I don't think chip shots go as short as punches. I do like how the wedge, the golf heads look. What else? The caddy doesn't necessarily compensate for everything. I don't think the caddy compensates for distance shortened or lengthened by wind. And I don't think they compensate for being on the rough, which will shorten your swing. I don't think they compensate for the lie of the ball. What does picking computer player do? Yeah, it just sticks the CPU into play for you. Go get him, CPU. Look at that shot. Beauty right down the fairway. Oh my gosh, it's just, well, the curve doesn't even seem to correspond to the, in the overhead doesn't really correspond to what it looks like on the quote unquote 3D view. Now that was kind of surprisingly off a bit, but still within 16 feet of the hole, so kudos. If this goes in, oh my gosh. See, I don't have much of a feel for the side, for when the slope is to the side that much. I have no idea. No idea where to aim or how much power to use. Because the spatial rendering is just, it doesn't correspond to my sense of space exactly, if you know what I mean. Well, that was almost, oh wow, CPU's going wild. I wonder if the CPU is novice level. That was severely underhit, but did they do that strategically? Nope, they ended up in the rough. Look at this side aim. Oh, they missed, but 5 inches short. Well, they're better at putting than they are at the other stuff. But even they're having a tough time. I wonder what happens when you put them on pro. But maybe they play better on pro. Let's find out, shall we? How can I get out of this? What if I just straight up put in Mr. Chip? I mean, I could play against Mr. Chip. That might be interesting to see how badly I get crushed. Oh, now we can pick Matchplay. Matchplay is where... what the heck is Matchplay? Wait. Number of holes by which the leading player is winning. Matchplay. You complete hole by hole over an 18-hole course. The winner is a player that wins the most holes. I don't know, whatever. Come on, Mr. Chip. Show me up. Okay, not much wind. Oops, not a great swing. Didn't go too badly awry. Whoa. Oh, the hook. Oh, man. So, yeah, I think on pro, the CPU player is better. I should have put him on novice to have a chance. I underhit it a little. Don't go in the water. Oh my gosh. No, I hit it in the water. I like their shirt color. Oh, come on. That looks like it was... Oh, wow. Holy cow, Mr. Chip. We both dunked it. Oh, that was a good shot, though. Well, not the best. I can see their ball. That's kind of cool. I guess I could see my ball in that last shot. It was a little dot on the beach. Okay, I'm not going to try the punch thing because I just totally suck at that. Maybe I'll try a chip. Oh, the wind's increasing. What the heck? $60 yards. But it's a chip, so it'll be shorter, theoretically. Not very accurate and didn't go very far at all, so chip is very short as well. I should stop drawing those, I guess. Oh, it's still me. So yeah, the aim... I don't know if I can read that right. It always looks like it's aiming a little to the left to me. By default, I mean. I was thinking I hit that too hard, but I didn't. Hit it too soft. Well, they aren't very good at putting. Eat it, Mr. Chip. Well, they're struggling still. Ooh. Well, that didn't go very far off course. That's good. Oh my gosh. See, that takes off way to the left, but then, oh my gosh, Mr. Chip. I guess that's because he's a pro. He's got to deal with more hooking and slicing. Oh, here comes the wind. Oh, there goes the wind. Oh my gosh. What am I going to do? The wind's up and down. I hit it too short. Might be I am on the green. Nice. Oh, Mr. Chip, you jerk. "44 feet. Hey. Ooh, there's a lot of slope. It's me. Oh my gosh! Eat it, Mr. Chip. There's no way you're gonna catch that. You missed. Ooh, go. But he did miss. Oh, and it kept rolling. Wait a second. Wait, what does C mean? What? I got robbed. Does C mean he conceded? What is that? Does this darn manual tell me what a C on the leaderboard card means? On the card, not the leader. I don't know. On whatever that is. It does not. If I Google what caps lock, what does a C mean in Matchplay? AI overview says, oh yeah, it means conceded because I won the hole. They were already over once they missed that putt. Wow, I beat Mr. Chip. I'm gonna call it there because I'm up past my bedtime. This game is just psycho, and I can't stop playing it. But I have to stop now. I have to. Yeah. And I think I do like this St. Andrews course after all, because them trees, those trees are rough. This game is insane. And I beat Mr. Chip on the one hole though, and I tied him on the other one, so I'm feeling good. Can you tell what hole you're on just from this screen? Is that flag the 3? Are we on the 3rd hole? I guess we are. I win, Mr. Chip, because I didn't tell you, but I'm only playing the first 2 holes because I'm up past my bedtime. So, in your face. Thanks for watching. I was horribly confused, and I thought I wasn't liking this game. And now... Oh my gosh, the clouds just reversed. Is that because of the wind? This game is insane. And now... I think I kind of love this game because it is so insane. Is that a face in the clouds? The clouds are going back and forth because the wind is going. Wow. That's how wind works. Oh, oh. Yeah, this game is crazy. So thanks for watching this crazy game with me. And, so Mr. Chip was on pro setting and he was struggling. He did some crazy stuff. I was amazed that he hit his shot into the water right after I hit my shot into the water. I don't normally like playing with the CPU because usually on other golf games, because usually they just, you know, crush me with machine-like precision anyway. But, and also they take a long time. But Mr. Chip was pretty straightforward, and he had his own foibles, and I kind of felt sympathy for him in a weird way. And I was interested in his struggles. But yeah, I think like the novice player struggled in, like they just weren't as good as hitting the ball, but they also weren't as affected by the wind and the what's the other thing you get? You get the wind and the slicing and hooking. So in a way, it kind of balanced out for the 2 of them. It's weird. This game. Wow, I don't know. Look at my mauve pants. Or is it mauve? I just like to say it mauve. Look at that pairing, those eggplant pants and the, not quite a lemony shirt, but that's a, you know, that's a bit of a fashion statement. They're almost bell bottoms too. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. I appreciate anybody who watched me try to play this incredibly weird and difficult and confusing golf game, but I think I kind of love it now. So there you go. See you later. Bye.